Thank you very much. So to put things in perspective, I know Edan obviously is originally from New Jersey and he has a lot of family and friends. I got up this morning and I pulled out my iPhone and pulled up the weather app just to see what was going on the East Coast on a spring day, the first day of spring actually. And I think there's a winter storm warning or weather advisory or something going on out there that is not going on out here. So thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Antoine, for not bringing that weather with you. I would have to say that we had a heat wave a week or so ago, and that is not the case this morning. And it was a little chilly, and as I was driving to work with my flip-flops on, I had to turn the heater on a little bit. So we do endure some hardships out here, and you know, in our own way in Southern California. So anyway, Admiral Allen, Mr. Ferguson, NMOC staff, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen and friends of Commander Antoine, welcome and thank you for being here today with us this morning. I'd like to give a special welcome to Edan's immediate family, wife Margie, daughters Haley and Emma, and by the way, that was fantastic. Parents Sandra and Alan, who have traveled from New Jersey, sister Kara and Niels, who have traveled from Holland, Uncle Skip and Aunt Elaine from St. Louis, and cousin Mike and girlfriend Joanne, also from St. Louis. It's absolutely fantastic that so many have assembled here today, obviously some coming from around the world, to be here in beautiful San Diego, and arguably one of the most picturesque locations on the waterfront and historic locations. So more importantly, however, it's a testament to the significance of this day and the strength of the Antoine family. Okay, I'll get this right. So we're here to witness Edan's transition from the roles of the active force to the ranks of those that have gone before. His service has left an indelible mark on not only the EOD force, but the mine warfare community, the Navy at large, and of course his family. This morning I'd like to detail his journey of 23 years, his accomplishments along the way, and also recognize significant individuals that have enabled his success. But before I talk about Edan's career specifically, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the foundation of his success. He and his wife Margie have been married for 19 years, and I think they just celebrated that anniversary a few days ago on St. Patty's Day, right? Okay. And have two incredible children in Haley and Emma. It is the foundation of a strong spouse and family, the strength of the support that we have at home that enable our successes in the military at work, while we're deployed, and abroad. So simply put, we cannot do it without our families. There used to be a cliche that was often referenced and thrown around, probably on this ship, stating your spouse wasn't part of your sea bag. Well, that couldn't be further from the truth. In today's Navy, we're acutely aware that the importance of family readiness and how it is tied directly to mission readiness. And having said that, I'd like to personally recognize and thank Margie, Haley, and Emma for their support and sacrifices over the last 19 years. The support that you provided and will continue to provide as you transition as a family cannot be overstated, and is the driving force behind why we're gathered here this morning to recognize your husband and father. So I'd like to please give them a round of applause. I'd also like to recognize Edan's parents, Sandra and Alan. Having solid role models as parents is critical to our development as we grow into responsible and successful adults, parents, fathers, sons, brothers, friends, and in this case, a professional and accomplished naval officer. All of these labels apply to Edan and can be tied directly to the foundation his parents provided growing up, and undoubtedly that continue through his adult life. Sandra and Alan, thank you too for raising such an incredible son and naval officer. Please also give them a round of applause. So now that we know that Edan had very little to do with his own success, allow me to speak to some of his accomplishments, many of which are documented in the program before you. So Ensign Antoine entered the Navy in 1988 when he reported the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland, and was commissioned in 1992. Service selecting as a surface warfare officer, Edan attended the requisite courses including SWASA and Newport. And I think there's another story behind that one where he met Margie, and it has something to do with a blind date gone awry with a roommate or something. If Edan wants to get into that later, I'll let him do it. But anyway, Edan reported to the USS Comstock and spent almost 3 years on board serving in multiple billets, along with his good friend, Commander Steve Sterling, our MC today. And I think Steve was also the best man at Edan and Margie's wedding. Edan finally saw the light. Please take no offense to any service warfare officers, and applied for a lateral transfer into the EOD community. And if Edan was anything like myself when he made that decision, it was a matter of what would be more fun: standing mid-watch, getting first dibs on the sticky buns that mess specialists would bring up at about 4 a.m., or spending a career diving, jumping out of airplanes, cutting green or red wires, pick your wire, blowing things up, and getting paid extra to do so. So, lucky for us and for the Navy, Edan chose the latter. Following the EOD school, Lieutenant Antoine was assigned to EOD Mobile Unit 3, again here in San Diego, where he completed a tour as a Mine Countermeasures Detachment Officer in charge. And as OIC, Edan conducted several MCM exercises in the Gulf of Mexico and also deployed with a Peleliu ARG. This is where Edan and I first met, I think. I think we were punching holes out in the Gulf of Mexico, probably for a Ronex back in the day, is what we used to call those things, trying to reacquire mines with near zero visibility. And for those MCM diehards in the audience, I think we did a lot of diving, and I think it was because we were diving on Magic Lantern contacts at the time, which for those of you know, probably is what Almid's turned into. I'll leave it at that, but anyway, it was a lot of good diving and a good time as well. After almost 2.5 years and after fleeting up to Assistant Ops, Lieutenant Antoine received orders to EOD Mobile Unit 3 Detachment Southwest, again here in San Diego. Edan and his team were assigned emergency response missions in support of the region, and an incredible job for a post-mobile unit tour junior officer, as you obviously remain large and in charge and have plenty of time to dive, conduct demolition ops again, keep your jump quals up, and put food on the table in the form of fresh lobster. Again, not a bad job for a young OIC. And for those of you that don't know, we conduct our training missions and training dives out here. I'll neither confirm nor deny how many bugs are in the bottom of San Diego Harbor, but anyway. After less than 2 years in the job, Lieutenant Antoine transferred to Amphibious Group 3 as the plans officer and deployed in support of OIF 1 and 2. I think I was a group ops at the time, and Edan and I coordinated a lot of that support to the Amphibious Task Force West, which surged at the beginning of OIF. Edan had a lot to do with that, was a heavy lifter, and along with all the other requirements on the table, I think probably emptied out all the platoon, EOD platoon high bays on both coasts, and transferred to Kuwait along with that. Lieutenant Commander Antoine then transferred to Naval Special Warfare Group 1 as Director of Current Ops, then to EOD Group 1 as Ops Officer. Edan built upon his experience, making his mark as an EOD officer at a command dominated by Naval Special Warfare operators, which is a tall task. And Lieutenant Commander Antoine excelled as the operations officer at the group, ultimately fleeting up to the Chief Staff Officer, which was a billet normally held by a senior commander. After his promotion, now Commander Antoine took orders to 5th Fleet, the staff in Bahrain, as the Deputy Director for Future Plans. After a year as a geographic bachelor out in Bahrain, Edan returned to his family here in San Diego and to the 3rd Fleet staff as the Director of Future Operations Cell, where he continued to excel in demanding operational billets. So at this point, you may be starting to recognize a few trends in Edan's career. He really likes Southern California, which is a good thing. And the majority of Edan's assignments have been either operational or have been ops or plans-oriented staff assignments, all challenging jobs. And for most of us, these are also the fun jobs, but hard jobs, and Edan has absolutely thrived at the challenge along the way. And I will tell you that Edan made an immediate and lasting impact everywhere he reported. His tours have been marked by excellence, and to put it simply, Edan quickly became the heavy lifter or go-to guy wherever he was assigned. And things have been no different here at the Naval Mine and Anti-Submarine Warfare Command, where Commander Antoine spent the last 2+ years ensuring our mine countermeasures squadrons in CONUS and deployed forward were trained and certified to carry out their missions. So to summarize, 23 years, 9 different commands, 6 major staffs, and 6 deployments. Edan was assigned and deployed throughout the Central and Pacific Command areas of responsibility, working with or for 4 different fleet commanders and with numerous coalition and foreign partners. He served and worked within every warfare area and community, ultimately giving 23 years of honorable and dedicated service to his country, the Navy, and to the EOD community. But more importantly, really, in my mind, is how you measure success. And in my mind, the better measure of a successful career is the fact that the Antoine family has been an integral part of that success. That you can start your second career with a beautiful family and successful family who loves you, are still there to support you at the end of the day, at the end of the deployment, and now at the end of a career. And whenever I mentor junior officers or sailors, I impress upon them the fact that as honorable and as important a job it is to serve your country, it is even more important to strike a proper work-life balance and to make sure you take care of your family and enable their success, as they're the ones that matter most at the end of the day or at the end of a career. And Edan has been able to strike that balance with perfection and provide his family exceptional continuity to enable their success, his success, and of course the combined success and happiness of the family. So Margie, Haley, and Emma, again, I want to thank you for sharing your husband and father with us for the past 23 years. And thank you all for your sacrifices in support of his military career. The effect he has had on the EOD community and the Navy has been profound and will positively impact its future for years to come. So Edan, with that, I will close by saying I'm deeply honored to have had the opportunity to serve with you. I sincerely thank you for letting me share this significant day with you and your family. And at this point, I'm going to ask you to please join me at the podium.
Will military guests please rise? Attention to award. The President of the United States takes pleasure in presenting the Meritorious Service Medal, Silver Star in lieu of the 6th award, to Commander Edan B. Antoine, United States Navy, for the service as set forth in the following citation. For outstanding meritorious achievement while serving as Director, Mine Warfare Training and Assessment for Commander, Naval Mine and Anti-Submarine Warfare Command from April 2013 to June 2015. Commander Antoine coordinated and executed 20 staff and unit-level mine warfare training events and 4 mine warfare staff certification events across the 3 fleet areas of responsibility. He directed a comprehensive review of the mine warfare staff and training and assessment process, culminating in a major revision to the U.S. Fleet Force Command Mine Countermeasures Commander and Mine Warfare Commander Navy Mission Essential Task List, an integrated mine warfare course training curriculum. As the Training and Proficiency Working Group lead, he developed 2 integrated prioritized capabilities lists that identified innovative material and non-material solutions for mine warfare training gaps via the Mine Warfare Improvement Program. His vision and proactive leadership led to the creation of new personnel qualification standards, development of new mine warfare training curricula, a shipboard continuous training program, and the establishment of mine warfare training ranges in and outside the continental United States. Commander Antoine's superior performance of duties highlights the culmination of 23 years of honorable and dedicated service. Commander Antoine's exceptional professionalism, personal initiative, and loyal devotion to duty reflected great credit upon him and were in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. For the President, R.E. Allen, Rear Admiral, United States Naval Reserve, Commander, Naval Mine and Anti-Submarine Warfare Command. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I will now read the Certificate of Retirement from the Armed Forces of the United States of America. To all who shall see these presents, greetings. This is to certify that Commander Edan B. Antoine, having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Navy on the 1st day of June, 2015. I will now read the letter of appreciation from the Governor of New Jersey. Dear Commander Antoine, on behalf of the state of New Jersey, I am pleased to extend best wishes and congratulations upon your retirement from the United States Navy. Your 23 years of faithful and dedicated service to the people of the United States, and indeed the residents of New Jersey, have established a standard of professionalism that will be difficult to equal. Your outstanding performance and impressive record of accomplishment have earned you the admiration and respect of your colleagues, as well as the appreciation of all who have benefited from your efforts. I join with your family, friends, and colleagues in wishing you good health and happiness in your retirement. Sincerely, Chris Christie, Governor. I will now read the Certificate of Appreciation for Service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America. I extend to you my personal thanks and the sincere appreciation of a grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history, with a devotion to duty and a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of military service. Your commitment and dedication have been an inspiration for those who will follow in your footsteps, and for all Americans who join me today in saluting you for a job extremely well done. My best wishes to you for happiness in the future. Signed, Barack Obama, Commander-in-Chief. Ushers, please escort Emma, Haley, and Marjorie Antoine to the dais. I will now read the Certificate of Appreciation from the United States Navy. To all who shall see these presents, greetings. By the authority vested in me, it is my pleasure to express the grateful appreciation of the United States Navy to Haley and Emma Antoine for your unselfish, faithful, and devoted service during your father's naval career. Your unfailing support and understanding helped to make possible your father's lasting contributions to the nation. Given this 20th day of March 2015, signed, R.E. Allen, Rear Admiral, United States Naval Reserve, Commander, Naval Mine and Anti-Submarine Warfare Command. I will now read the letter of appreciation from the Commander, Naval Mine and Anti-Submarine Warfare Command, for Mrs. Marjorie Antoine. On the occasion of your spouse's retirement with 23 years of service, we wish to also recognize and pay tribute to you for your efforts in making this beneficial and rewarding career. Without your understanding and support, this goal would have been much more difficult to pursue and achieve. In any partnership, the efforts of one member cannot succeed without the wholehearted support of the other. Nowhere is this truer than in a military marriage. The Navy spouse is truly a remarkable person in this regard, and certainly deserves much respect and admiration. Throughout Edan's career, which you have shared closely, you undoubtedly have had many experiences. Most of them, we hope, you remember with pleasure. There has been the excitement of travel, meeting new friends, and learning new customs. Together, you and Edan have made a team which has contributed immeasurably to the success of a larger team, the United States Navy. Marjorie, I know you are justly proud of Edan for his contributions to the Navy and our country. I want you to know that we are proud of him and you for your role as a Navy spouse. I am sure you both have many happy memories and many friendships to cherish. Remember, leaving active duty does not mean leaving friendship behind. We sincerely hope you will remain a part of the Navy family. Signed, R.E. Allen. Ushers, can you escort them back to their seats?